Welcome back, guys, to Madix Lessons. Today we'll be looking at factorization of quadratic expressions. The general form of the quadratic expression, as you can see on the board, is ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are real numbers. So what we're going to be doing, guys, we have four questions that we're going to be looking at. All right, so let's get straight into it. The first question that we are going to factorize, the expression that we're going to be factorizing, is x squared plus 7x plus 6. All right. So what we're going to be doing, guys, we're going to be showing you all the steps involved in factorizing this. All right. So here we go, guys. The first step, step number 1, is to multiply the coefficient of the x squared term, which is 1, all right, by the constant, or c, and that is 6. So we have 1 multiplied by 6, and that's going to give us 6. Okay, so step number 2, we ask ourselves what two numbers multiply to give us 6 but will add to give us the coefficient of the x term, which is b. All right, so what two numbers are we going to multiply to give us 6, but at the same time those said two numbers will add to give us 7? So let's see what it is. Now 1 times 6 is 6. All right, 1 multiplied by 6 is equal to 6. Also, 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. So those are the two numbers that we want, guys. Those are the two numbers that we're going to be working with, because they multiply to give us 6, but when we add them, we get the 7. So that's what we want to work with. All right. Step number 3. What we're going to do, guys, we're going to rewrite the expression. So we're going to put back our x squared, okay, plus our 1x plus 6x, all right? So the x is coming from right here, guys. So it's 1 times x, 1x, and the 6x is coming from here. 6 times x give us the 6x, yeah? Already. Plus 6. Okay, so guys, we were able to rewrite the expression. And what we're going to do, we're going to bust it down the middle. All right, bust it down the middle. Step number 4 is where we're going to factorize. Right, so we're going to look at the first half and we're going to see what the highest common factor is, and based on what we're seeing, it's x. So we're going to pull out the x, and inside the bracket we're going to have x plus 1. All right, whatever is in our first bracket is going to be in the second, because we're factorizing a quadratic equation. So that is x plus 1 also. And outside of our second bracket is going to be a plus 6. Why plus 6? Because 6 times x is going to give us back our 6x there, and 6 times 1 is going to give us back our 6 there. So we're good. Yeah? Already. Step number 5, guys, and we are finished. Step number 5 is to write our answer. Okay, so that is x plus 6 and one of the binomials. That is, write back what is in the brackets once. So we have x plus 1. And that is it, guys. That is your answer. ANS. Can't go wrong there, so people. All right? Can't go wrong there. All right? So that is our first example, guys, in factorizing quadratic expression. It's just a matter of multiplying the a by the c, and then you ask yourself what two numbers will multiply to give you AC, but at the same time will add to give you the B. All right. So step 1 again, guys, we multiply A by C. A is 1 based on what we're seeing there, and C is 6. So 1 times 6 is 6. Step number 2, what two numbers multiply to give you 6, but at the same time, they will add to give you 7. And you see that the two numbers that we want are 1 and 6. 1 plus 6 is 7, and 1 times 6 is 6. So guys, we did a good job there factorizing that. Let's check out another example, yeah? All right. So we are looking now at B, which is our second example, guys. And that is 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. All right. It's always a good practice, guys, to separate your question from your solution. All right. Always make sure that you write the question so that later you can go back and make the connection. Yeah. All right. So our first step in factorizing this quadratic expression is to multiply the coefficient of the x squared term, which is, as I said earlier, is a. And based on what we're seeing, we say that a is 2. All right, so it's going to be 2 times c. C is 3. So that's 2 times 3, and that is going to give us 6, guys. All right, that's our first step. Step number 2, what two numbers multiply to give you 6, but at the same time, they will add to give you 5. Yeah, and we see that 2 times 3 is in fact 6. Yeah, but and 2 plus 3 is going to give you 5. Can't get any easier than that, guys. Step number 2 complete. Step number 3 is to rewrite the expression. Okay, so we have our 2x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 3. All right, and you don't know, this is where we get the 2x from, and that is where we get the 3x from. Yeah. Step number 4, guys. What do you think we're going to do? Step number 4. Well, let's bust it down the middle. We have to bust it down. Bust it down the middle. Yeah. Step number 4, we're going to pull out the highest common factor. And what's based on what we're seeing there, the highest common factor, guys, is 2x. So we're pulling out the 2x. And inside our bracket, we're going to have x plus 1. Yeah, because 2x times x is going to give you 2x squared, and 2x times 1 is going to give you the 2x. Yeah, so our first binomial is set. Let's go ahead and fill in the other one. So we know what's in the first bracket is going to be in the second bracket. And outside the bracket, we see that we're definitely going to have a plus 3, guys. 3 times x give you 3x, and 3 times 1 is going to give you the 3. And so our solution, guys, is just 2x plus 3. We have to bracket that, guys. All right, that's our first binomial there. And we now have x plus 1. Where can we go wrong with that, guys? Easy, straight, easy, people. And I know you guys are going to enjoy this. All right, so that is it for our second example. We are going on to our third example, guys. I promised you 4 of them, so let's go. All right, so here it is, guys. C. All right, so what we have there is 10x squared plus 12x plus 2. Another quadratic expression, guys. No equal sign, so we're not solving anything. We're just factorizing it. Yeah. All right. Solution. Step number 1. We're multiplying 10 times 2. 10 times 2 people is going to give you 20. Right? What two numbers multiply to give you 20? But if you add them, you will get 12. And again, guys, it's the answer is already there. 10 times 2 is 20. And 10 plus 2 is going to give us 12. All right, which is B, guys. Remember, we spoke about that. All right, so if you want us to, we can do this. A is right there, B is right there, and there C is, people. Okay, so here we are with our step number 3. And this is where we are rewriting the expression that was given to us. That is 10x squared, all right, plus 10x plus 2x plus 2. And again, you know how we do it. That is where we get our 10 from. And the 2, we just attach x to them. Yeah? Good stuff. Step number 4. This is where we're going to bust it down the middle, people, and we're going to pull out the highest common factor. Highest common factor based on what we're seeing on the first half is 10x. All right, we see what's going to go inside our bracket. We have x plus 1. Second bracket, x plus 1. You know how we do it, people. Outside of the bracket, guys, is a plus 2. Why plus 2? Because 2 times x is going to give us that 2x there, and 2 times 1 is going to give us back that 1. Yeah? Give us back that 2. All right? So our answer, guys, our answer is now, that is our step number 5, 10x plus 2 and x plus 1. All right, so we're going to wrap it up with our final question, and in our final question we're going to be testing it to show you that we're going to get back the original. Yeah, all right, so we just wrap up C. We are now looking at question number 4. In this case we're looking at D. All right, we're looking at D. That is 3x squared minus 10x minus 8. All right, guys. So a solution. Step number 1 is to multiply 3 times negative 8. Now, guys, y'all know 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. All right. Step number 2. What two numbers multiply to give you negative 24? But at the same time, guys, they add to give you negative 10. All right. So what we're going to do is let's look at the factors of 24. Off the bat, most of you will see it. That is 2 times negative 12 is going to give you negative 24. Yeah. Positive times negative give you negative. So while it is that in our step number 1, we multiply 3 times negative 8 and we got the negative 24. If we added the 3 plus the negative 8, we would have gotten negative 5. We do not want negative 5, guys. What we want is negative 10. And so 2 other factors that multiply to give us the negative 24 are 2 times negative 12. So 2 times negative 12 give us a negative 24. But at the same time, people, guess what happened? 2 plus negative 12 will give us negative 10. See what I mean, guys? Which is the value for B. Which is the value for B. So now we can move on to step number 3, people. Step number 3. And this is where we're going to rewrite. That is 3x squared plus 2x minus 12x minus 8. All right? And I'm going to show you again. This is where the 2 is coming from. Right there. And your 12, the negative 12 rather, is coming from there. Yeah? So step number 4, we know what we're going to do. Tell me, we're going to bust it down the middle. Yeah. All right. So here we go, guys. We're pulling out the highest common factor between 3x squared plus 2x. And we see that is just x. All right. So inside our bracket there, we're going to have 3x. All right. Plus 2. Second bracket obviously is going to be what, guys? Yes, sir. 3x plus 2. All right. Now, what are we going to put outside, guys? What number are we going to put outside? And yes, guys, you are right. We're going to put a 4, but is it just a positive 4? No, negative 4, people. Why negative 4? Because we need to get back negative 12x when we multiply it out, yeah? So negative 4 times 3x is going to give us negative 12x. And negative 4 times positive 2 is going to give us negative 8. So we are finished, guys, with our final step being x minus 4 and 3x plus 2. Now it doesn't matter which one comes first, guys. If you put 3x plus 2 first and then the x minus 4, it doesn't matter. Let's do a quick test to see if we're going to get back our answer get back the expression that we started with, yeah? Alrighty. So remember, this stage is a test, guys. You're not required to do the test in the exam. All right, it's just a test. This is for you to prove a point to yourself. Make sure you understand what is really going on. All right, so let's write that back. This is x minus 4 and 3x plus 2. All right, guys, so here what? This is what we're going to do. Let's see if we can get an ink that works for you. We're going to use a red. Yeah. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, we're going to multiply x times 3x. And that's going to give us 3x squared. And we're going to multiply that same x by the 2. And that is going to give us positive 2x. Our next step, guys, is to multiply the negative 4 by the 3x. And that is going to give us minus 12x. Yeah? And then we're going to multiply the negative 4 by the 2. And that is going to give us minus 8. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to simplify it, clean it up nicely, and see what happens. All right. So when you look at it, guys, the 2 where we see that we have 3x squared, we do not have any other like terms. So we're going to put that back as 3x squared. Now in the middle there, we see we have 2x minus 12x. That's going to give us negative 10x, guys. All right, and we have a negative 8 there, the constant, no other like term, so we're just going to put that back. All right, so that is it, guys. That is what we started with, and we can check that out. 3x squared minus 10x minus 8. All right, let's check it out, guys. Look it right here. All right, 3x squared minus 10x minus 8. Yeah, people. So replay this video as many times as you like. Don't forget, guys, to like, share, subscribe. Thank you, guys. It's Maddox. Yes, sir.